Hello, Shemai, and welcome back to the Welshman's journey. And we have completed season 1, and we're at the beginning, the cusp of season 2. And with a new season becomes transfers. So let's take a look at how our transfer window has gone. We've still got about half a month left until the transfer window closes, so there could be more players on the way in. Jamie McDade left. I mean, he never really took off. He only played 5 games for us, and he was pretty awful in those games. Unfortunately, probably the biggest loss is Tom Creamer, who played a few games in the second half of last season and was really, really good for us. I'm quite gutted that he is left. He left quite a big gap in the centre of midfield. And then our 2 best youngsters have left. Richard Powell and Thomas Davies got poached by TNS. I tried to offer them contracts and it didn't work. That's one thing as well I should mention, is we are now semi-professional, so we can actually offer players contracts. So I'm well happy with that. Literally, as soon as the season ended, I got a new contract and we got turned semi-professional as well. So finally, we can actually offer players money. And we poached Scott Evans as a left midfielder from Kevin Druids. Very, very decent player. Probably, he's a lot better than Liam Dawson, and that's what we need. Someone with, I say decent crossing. He's got 8 crossing, 8 dribbling, and with 12 acceleration and 11 pace, we've actually got someone with a bit of speed. We brought in Lawrence Wilson as well as a left back. Played for Bangor last season. Did all right for them at left back, so hopefully we can do the same for us. He's actually got really, really good crossing. I'm trying to train him as a left midfielder to try and maybe put him there at one point, and he's also got really, really good penalty taking as well. And the final signing we've made so far is Alex Darlington, a very, very good player. Played for Airbus in the division below last season, didn't really do much there, but a season before that he scored 15 goals for TNS in the Welsh Premier League, so I'm hoping he can recreate that kind of form. I mean, with 13 finishing, he is by far the best finisher in the squad, and with 17 determination as well, and really, really good work rate. That's something that we can really benefit from up front. I have tried to bring in other players, but it just hasn't worked. And I'm still hoping to bring it in some. I've got some players on my shortlist as well. So just like last season, the first game we will be playing is the Nathaniel MG Cup first round, and we are playing against FC Nomads of Connors Quay, not to be confused with Connors Quay Nomads. And pre-season didn't go very well. I kind of tried to make a bit of money off it by going up against big teams, and then it kind of resulted in the fact that we got battered by every team. We lost 5-1 to Southend, 6-3 to EA Gingham Preserves, 3-all against Altrincham, which was actually a pretty good result. I was quite happy with that, although we did go 3-0 up in this game. 3-all against Yate as well, and we just lost 2-0 to Weldstone. Last season, if you did watch the very first episode, we lost to Kyra Ely, and the competition, the team we're coming up against essentially are very, very similar to that level. So, as you can see here as well, it's quite a thin squad we've got. So I'm trying to find players, but because of the package that we've got scouting-wise, it's really, really difficult to get players in. There's not that many players who are actually interested in joining the club. So from last season, the team hasn't changed that much. With Connor Waring in goals, Dylan Rees, Curtis Watkins, Johnny Lynch, and Lawrence Wilson across the back. He is obviously one of our new players. Chilekwa, Troy Greening, and Jay Gibbs is someone who we did sign last season, but he's only now able to play, and he's probably not the best as a deep line playmaker, but there's not really that much better than him anyway. I might switch him to a ball-winning midfielder on support just to make himself more comfortable. And then we have Scott Evans, our new winger, on the left, and then Reece James behind Alex Darlington. I'm really hoping we've got a fair few decent strikers now. Reece Thomas, Reece James, Alex Darlington, and you could probably put Macaulay Southam in that as well. So this is the team we're playing in the first competitive match of the season. So here we go then. We're coming up against, looks like a 4-3, well, kind of a 4-3-3, 4-1-2-3 formation. We're sticking with our 4-4-2, and we will probably, as long as it doesn't go terribly, be trying to stick with that throughout the whole season as well. It did do quite well for us towards the end of last season, and we hit a couple of blips, so I'm hoping that the formation does well for us at the start of the season and we can finish top half the season. That is what we are aiming for. So the first, actually, I just remembered, I need to put replays on and key highlights because I accidentally attended a game that I didn't want to, the trialers game. So here we go then, 16 minutes in, we have the first highlights. It's FCU Nomads on the ball, but we've almost won it back. Richards with it now, we've won it back this time. Johnny Lynch into Evans. Maybe we want to speed this up a little bit. It goes up to Darlington. There we go. We'll speed it up a little bit so we can actually see what's going on. Flynn, the goalkeeper on the ball now, he hoofs it up. We should win this header, we do, but our midfield is nowhere to be seen, really. Abraham, we've put a good block in. Back to Abraham now. The Southall, over the top. Oh, he's offside, surely. No, he's not. God damn it. It's happening again. Last season, we lost against a non-league side, and this time we're doing it as well. Where I'm sure I put replays on. Replays, goals. There we go. Right, ball goes over the top. Darlington is through on goal. Can he finish it? No, he can't. He hits it straight against the goalkeeper. So we're 1-0 down against a pretty awful side, considering they're a couple of divisions below us. I hope that doesn't kind of signify what's going to be happening in the season. Evans on the ball now. Gets into the box. Can he put a good ball in? No. Last season, what we really struggled was with defensively, and we haven't really been able to strengthen our defence at all over the summer, and that's the worrying thing. Chilekwa wins the header, but he gives it straight to one of their players. He could have intercepted that as well, but he didn't. Southall now into Ryan. Questioning offside there, but we've won the ball back. It's a really good tackle, and Darlington can't get on the end of the ball, but Johnny Lynch has got it now. It goes up over the top to James. He could square it. He does. Darlington. Oh, he's put it wide. With 13 finishing, really expect that to hit the back of the net. Not gonna lie. Flynn now with a goal kick. We've got a couple of really good chances. We probably shouldn't be losing this game. Richards now down at the wing. He crosses it in, and Waring just about saves it and keeps it in. It's still going there, and then finally the highlight ends. I have just not realised that not all of our substitutes are on the bench because there's 5. Oh, Jesus Christ. And now we're missing substitute as well. Wilson with a throw in to Darlington. He gets tackled. He's had an awful debut so far. Lynch with the ball back up. Doesn't quite get over the defenders. Greening now into James. He's in the box. He strikes it and equalises. Reece James, not long before half-time, puts us on the score sheet. It's 1-1 after 40 minutes. It's not the most convincing performance so far, but I suppose we're just back from pre-season, and now we can hopefully go on to win it. It's a good ball up by Greening. Great touch. Brings it down, and a lovely finish as well. So it's 1-1, heading close to half-time now. Probably the most disappointing aspect. Oh, no. Gibbs is injured. Okay. I was going to say Darlington has been the most disappointing aspect, but actually it's probably now the fact that we have an injured player. And probably this is not the type of game you want to get injuries in. It's one of them where it kind of doesn't really matter that much. So I'm going to tell them I'm far from pleased, because I kind of am far from pleased, even though a couple of players didn't appreciate that. I've been trying to bring in a goalkeeper as well, but it's so hard to find players. And something I forgot to mention as well was I actually got offered a job by Forfar Athletic in Scotland, but I turned it down to stay at Barrytown United and try and qualify for Europe this season. Richards on the ball now. Gives inside. Good interception by Greening. He's had a pretty good game. Darlington, he's through on goal and finishes it. After missing some pretty big sitters, that was a really good finish from Alex Darlington to get his first goal for the club. It was a fantastic ball by Johnny Lynch as well. He hoofs it up. I don't know if he's tried to do this, but it's gone straight over the defender. It's a great first touch by Darlington. Takes another few touches and slots it into the back of the net. We're 2-1 up, and hopefully now we can go on to comfortably win this game. I'm very happy with how that's gone, how he's played so far now. The fact that he's got a goal, hopefully give him the confidence to score a few more come the start of the season in just a few days' time. Goalkeeper Flynn on the ball now, as long as we don't concede here. We did go ahead against Cara Ely quite a few times as well. Johnny Lynch now, the over-the-top ball specialist, it seems. Evans clears it up, and Reece James can't quite get on the end of it. Ball cleared up again. It's with Burrell now. Into Ryan. Good tackle there by Dylan Reese, and we've got the ball back now. Over the top it goes again, and nothing really is coming from it. They're playing quite deep now, so they're kind of dealing with those over-top balls. Dylan Reese on the ball now. Gives it into Johnny Lynch. He hoofs it up. Gets a lot more distance on it. Darlington's through. He's got to finish, and he does. 2 assists for Johnny Lynch. That guy is playing pretty well this game. Arguably our best player with those 2 assists. This is an absolute massive hoof. They dropped slightly deeper, so we thought Okay, I'll hit it even harder. It goes over. The keeper is in an absolute no man's land, and Alex Darlington gets his second of the game. Fantastic from him after what was a pretty poor first half performance. Evans is not playing very well, and I mean, we can't really. There's no one who can play where he plays. I'm just gonna put McLagan there because I don't want to aggravate an injury. We've got a free kick now. I don't know if anything's going to come with this. It comes to Fowler, gets it into the box. It's cleared away. I don't know if it's one of them just because we made a sub that is a highlight, or it could be something coming from this. It's with Easter now, and a good interception by Wilson there. Up it goes to McLagan now. Up to Darlington. He's got a lot of space to run into. He's got Reece James with him again. Darlington gets a hat-trick. There I was, slating him at half-time for being poor, and he's managed to score a hat-trick now. All of the worries gone, and it's 4-1. It was a good ball by McLagan, and look at the space he's got here. FC Nomads committed men forward, outside of the foot finish, straight down the middle. Goalkeeper arguably should have done better, but I'm not complaining. It's 4-1 now, and probably get Johnny Lynch to save a little bit of energy before the first game of the season by taking him off as well. Make our third and final substitution of the match. Just 10 minutes to go in this game then, and we're it's gone a lot better than the Kyrie Ely result last year, and hopefully that will reflect in the first few games of the season. I think it was Rill and Haverfordwest who have been promoted. They're the favourites for Haverfordwest are the favourites for relegation. But Watkins hits the ball up now, and this is probably going to be the last highlight. And there it goes. A fantastic performance in the second half. 3 goals in the second half, all from Alex Darlington. Very nice victory to take us into the second round of the Nathaniel MG Cup, which is something we didn't do last season. So that's, how long is Jake Gibbs up for 4 to 5 weeks? That's a little bit annoying. But it doesn't matter. We've won. Finally, we've won in the third round, and in the first round, sorry. And our expectation is to get to the third round. So if we can do that and appease the board a little bit early on in the season, I will be very, very happy indeed. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. The first episode of the second season. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any tips or comments, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.